Hi everybody. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a difficult one. First of all, trigger warning, and I am really upset, and this is probably going to be a rant, so please excuse me, because I mean this is very upsetting. I have been following the Perez case for a while now, and I'll put the link down below so you can go get the public documents and see all of the information on this. These are public documents. Now, I also want to state that I have no legal training, but I have read a lot of these court documents for the past 11 years, and so I am going to be giving my humble opinion on this court case that it appears has been dismissed and is finished now. Like I said, it's upsetting. And I think it should upset all of us in the XJW community just because of the way this was handled. And, you know, I just feel so sorry for all abuse victims that have to go through this nonsense and they just cannot get justice, and it's not an easy course. So anyone that goes through this, my goodness, you know, you're our heroes, because you have to deal with a lot of this crap. So, a California judge has ordered victim to pay his abusers and Watchtower. I mean, this is just unbelievable. What is wrong with this judge in California? Now, I've got a lot of notes here and I've got documents, but I want to mention that in this court case, and when you read through these documents, nobody denied the abuse happened. Not even the parents. In fact, everybody knew that the parents had been disfellowshipped by the elders in their congregation for this abuse. And when you read through some of these exhibits, and there is another case that the parents had brought after they were disfellowshipped against their kids, because the kids were trying to help them with some property. And I won't go into details about that because that's a whole nother long story. But when you read through these documents and of this other case against the kids, you know, the parents accused them of trying to steal their property. And then you read these court documents, there's a lot of inconsistencies in the parents' stories. And it's like, I don't believe these JW parents at all. It's, I mean, it's just unbelievable. So like I said, nobody ever denied this abuse. So this is going to be kind of lengthy. I have some documents here I want to read. And I also have an elder's letter that came out the end of August that I want to read at the end. Now I want to mention that in the state of California, they went through all the time and effort and energy and money to do legislation to open a window for people to file like historic abuse cases. Now, from what I have heard, thousands of these cases were filed in California for CSA. And all of these courts now are backed up big time for years on these cases because there's so many of them. And I got to ask, when you read through these documents, why did they go through all of that if the judge is just going to like be in a hurry to get these cases off of their dockets and dismiss them? This is just beyond comprehension for those of us that do have some experience with covering these court cases. So I've got some documents here, and like I said, I'm going to put the link down below to this case. Now when you click on the case like history and you go down to the bottom, you'll see the judgment on September 7th, and it says there's a box there. It says View Document. You can click on that and grab these documents. It's in PDFs. But as you can see, the party, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania, the Christian Congregation, Jehovah's Witnesses, and then the parents. Those are the defendants. The judgment, a monetary award for the Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania, and the Christian Congregation, Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, what's interesting about the Christian Congregation, Jehovah's Witnesses, in this tentative ruling, so when you go over to page 11, under Abel's causes of action against CCJW failed because the corporation was created after the alleged wrongful conduct occurred. So they're trying to say that since the Christian Congregation and Jehovah's Witnesses, since this abuse happened before they were a corporation, they're not responsible. But we know they are the ones responsible because they took over the congregations in the oversight of elders and all of that. So they are part of this. And I'm not going to read through all of this tentative ruling because not only is it disturbing, but just a lot of legalese. Everybody they're trying to cover their backside. Now I do have the document here that was filed on September 6th. And this is the declaration of plaintiff Abel Perez in support of motion for reconsideration of CCP 34015 as a cause of action against the Perez defendants. In the court's August 29th ruling, in the second to last paragraph, it is stated Abel reasonably should have discovered all injuries resulting from the domestic violence long before October 2019. So what the court is saying is that when he woke up from the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses in 2019 and realized, wait a minute, I was abused as a child and need to, try to get some justice on this, the court is saying that, oh, well, you had all these years, you should have figured this out before then. And I love what he writes in here. The court makes the natural assumption that plaintiff and the world he grew up in was reasonable. Nothing could be further from the truth. And they're absolutely right. How many of us, when we are fully indoctrinated Jehovah's Witnesses, realize, wait a minute, I'm being abused? You don't. You are told and indoctrinated to keep quiet. Don't bring reproach on Jehovah's organization, and obey and respect your parents no matter what. And I know this for a fact because I suffered physical abuse, horrible beatings from my JW parents, mostly my father. And you don't realize that you are abused until you grow up. I was in my 30s before I realized, wait a minute, I was abused horribly. That's not right. Because see, you think this is normal. And the parents, when the elders show up, the parents say, oh no, well, I was just trying to, get them to fall in line and to do what is right. I'm just trying to discipline them. Discipline comes from Jehovah. Going on, like I said, just infuriating. Plaintiff was born into and grew up under cult mind control. Plaintiff took great efforts to illustrate his point in his FAC, paragraph 62 to 85. And you can go read those documents. And I agree wholeheartedly with this. Watchtower teaches its followers the field of psychology should be viewed with suspicion as worldly knowledge, not from God. And all of you know this, and you can look this up. This is from the 1974 Awake, August 22nd, page 26, paragraph 7, when referring to people turning from clergy to psychologists. Now, elders are considered clergy. They even say in court that Watchtower has clergy, and they are entitled to the clergy penitent privilege. So elders are clergy. This is the quote from this awake. But is the turning of people from the clergy to the psychiatrist a healthy phenomenon? No, for it really is a case of jumping from the frying pan into the fire. They are worse off than they were before. End quote. So you can see why all of us that were indoctrinated into this cult, into this religion, into this corporation, this is how we viewed psychologists. This was from Satan's world. So to say that the plaintiff, Abel, should have known years ago and done something years ago is just not logical. Attached hereto as Exhibit 42 and incorporated herein by this reference is a Watchtower Awake 1974, the one I just read. And like I said, the exhibits are in these documents. So when you pull up a document, scroll down to the bottom of the first page and there's a little blue button that says download. And you can download these or you can read them. Plaintiff held on to these teachings until he woke up from the cult mind control of Watchtower in the summer of 2019. So see, this shouldn't be held against him that, oh, well, you should have realized this years ago. No. See, and the thing is I want to mention, the judge, according to these documents, does not bring in any psychologist or any other outside source to back up her claims. Whereas when you look at the exhibits in these documents, the plaintiff, Abel, he has a lot of documents and notes from psychologists saying that he was abused and that he has trauma, basically PTSD. And there's even screenshots from when he first woke up. He was on XJW forums and he was talking about this abuse and the mental indoctrination of all of us had. Okay, line 7 here. Attached hereto is Exhibit 47 and incorporated herein by this reference is page 1 and 4 of a psychologist report issued in October of 2019. Plaintiff's experience in waking up from Watchtower mind control is common to XJWs. We all know that. Then, like I said, Exhibit 43, Watchtower Mental Review, which I believe is a social media site, and Watchtower Alternate Reality, Exhibit 45 on Watchtower Mental Wall, where plaintiff discusses the challenges of waking up from Watchtower mind control with other XJWs. And that's the thing. Going over to page 3, line 13, look at your disfellowship. That's what happened to us. Yep. In fact, 10 years ago this month will be our anniversary of being disfellowshipped. On hearsay, mind you. Its followers are willing to die for the Watchtower beliefs. And we've done videos about this in the past. It is so true. Line 14. Hundreds of Jehovah's Witnesses in Malawi died for their Watchtower beliefs and 21,000 became refugees. Watchtower forbids its members from participating in politics. And then it goes in to talk about the whole Malawi thing in 1967. Court supplied legal argument. If the plaintiff chooses, he could use this big time. And in fact, it's in his appeal documents. Roberto denied that. A fact no party, including plaintiff, ever said was in question. So see, even the parents said it was nothing new. This lawsuit was not based on knowledge of physical abuse. It was based on discovery of psychological injury, which was not reasonably discoverable before 2019 when plaintiff woke up from Watchtower's cult mind control. Roberta and Nina never argued that plaintiff should have discovered a psychological injury long before October 2019. Here's the kicker. The court supplied this argument for them. The judge was helping them. The judge should be neutral in cases like this, but she was not. She was actually showing sympathy for the parents and was supplying them with information to help them with the case. And then the judge turns around and awards them money and Watchtower. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, it looks like there was a new document filed yesterday, and for the defendants, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania, and the Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. And they're on August 29, 2023, a tentative ruling was issued by the Honorable Christy Culver Captain, granting defendants, Watchtower Bible Tract Society, blah, 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 demurrer to the entire first amended complaint of plaintiff Abel Perez. Oral argument was not requested by the court or by any of the parties. As a result, the tentative ruling becomes the final order of the court. It is hereby adjudged, ordered, and decreed that judgment be entered in accordance with the August 29, 2023, a tentative ruling, Exhibit A, in favor of defendants, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania, and the Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, and against plaintiff Abel Perez. So there is, and it's signed by the judge. And then there's some more documents here. You can scroll down. There's a law in motion, minute order. No oral argument requested as required per rule. It has the tentative ruling that I was just reading. And like I said, it's several pages. So there you have it. If anything else comes up on this, I will let you know. But I mean, we have health problems. It appears they were the ones representing themselves and filling out these documents. Now, I also want to mention that the defendants, the parents, they actually named me specifically in these court documents and lied about this. Conclusion, line 46. The plaintiff's answer is full of lies and twisting of the truth. Plaintiff's actions are defamatory, slanderous, and abuse of elders. Plaintiff's actions are causing emotional distress on Nina Perez. Nina Perez sometimes wakes up crying over the actions of plaintiff and his siblings. Plaintiff has even sent the court case information to YouTube creators Kim Mikey. Further legal action will be taken if plaintiff continues. And like I said, this is a lie. I went and got the documents on the Fresno County website. Just like I'll put the link down below with the case number so you can go get these documents also. So this was a lie and a deflection trying to accuse the plaintiff of doing this on purpose. No, I cover a lot of Jehovah's Witness court cases, Watchtower court cases all over the world. Plaintiff did not send me the court case information. I went and got it. Just like I follow the case in Montana, New York, California, all over the place. So this was not true. Yeah, it's just... But at this point, we don't have a monetary amount yet. And so, like I said, I will keep everybody informed. Now, moving on. Another Jehovah's Witness elder has been sentenced to jail for CSA. Springfield, Massachusetts. This article actually came out September 1st, and I haven't had a chance to. So, he is going to have to register as a level 3 sex offender. And The victim was only 13 years old, and he was an elder. He was an elder. And he faced several counts, and he served as an elder in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses in Springfield, according to authorities. He was recently found guilty by Hampton Superior Court jury, and on Wednesday, a judge sentenced him to 15 years in prison, followed by 5 years probation. According to Jim Layton, representative of the Hampton's DA's office, the sexual abuse happened over a number of months. I'm going to skip down. We're told, now this guy's name is J. Aaron Smith. We're told Smith previously served 10 years in prison in Georgia for the rape in the late 1980s. He was classified by the state of Massachusetts Sex Offender Registry Board as a level 3 sex offender at the time of these offenses. So if he was in prison back in the 80s, why would Watchtower allow them to appoint him an elder again? See, this is the whole issue and the whole problem we have with Watchtower. Oh, well, we need to forgive them of past sins. Some in the XJW community have that same attitude, even though they are still a predator. Oh, well, we need to forgive them for past sins. No, it's a crime. Yeah, well, let's forgive this guy of the past crimes and make him an elder again so he can reoffend. And now this poor kid has to suffer for the rest of her life. Do you see how this is not logical? It doesn't make sense. It's not fair. It's not true justice. It's so much injustice and corruption. It's just, I know, I get angry. All right, Elder's Letter. August 31st, 2023. For congregations 2024 special conventions, we are pleased to inform you that 15 special conventions will be held throughout the world during 2024. Our branch has been invited to send delegates to the following special conventions: Guadalupe, Finland, Iceland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Switzerland, Bulgaria, Fiji, France, Dominican Republic, Paraguay, Chile 1, and Chile 2. Then it goes on to talk about the special privilege. And you need to apply to attend the special international conventions. Now they also have a special website for these delegates. Applicants can view the status of their application in the My Applications feature on JW Hub. Applicants who are selected as delegates will receive an email informing them that they have been selected. Confirmed delegates, a selected delegate will be considered confirmed when he has received a hotel room or purchased air tickets. For more details, see the information under the heading Delegate section in the applicant's instructions. Special rooming. The host branch office will survey local brothers living in the vicinity of the convention to determine if limited rooming will be available in private homes. And I want to mention that they make you pay. You have to pay for everything, but you have to go through the organization. You can't just go and get your own tickets and your own hotel rooms and all that. No, you have to purchase their package. You have to follow their directions. And we have found in the past, I don't know about now, but in the past, these packets were more expensive than if the person would have booked it themselves. So we're wondering if Watchtower doesn't get a kickback on these packages for, you know, all of this travel and hotels and stuff. For the coordinators of the body of elders, announcement for congregations. Please ensure that the announcement for congregation is read at the next midweek meeting and thereafter posted on the information board. For congregation service committees, 2024 special conventions. They have to apply, basically the same thing. This is underlined. Carefully evaluate all applicants based on the requirements outlined in the applicant instructions. Only publishers who meet the requirements should be approved by you to apply as delegates. If an applicant does not meet the requirements, please kindly explain to him the reason why his application will not be forwarded to the branch office. Use of JW Hub. The application to attend a special or an international convention will be submitted using the My Applications feature in JW Hub. Travel groups. If 2 or more applicants plan to travel together, including marriage mates, family members in the same household, or friends, they must form a travel group. For details, see the information under the heading Travel Groups in the applicant instructions. Delegate selection. The branch office will review all applications that are submitted using the Review Applications feature in JW Hub. Please do not contact the branch office to inquire if an applicant has been selected. So I guess that is it. That is all I have, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care. We love you. Bye.